We are coming back to you live from the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna for the second game of your MPBL Tuesday. And now we feature two teams who will be featured most likely in the North Division playoff picture, Pasay Voyagers and Caloocan Batang Kankaloo. Warren Bonifacio was recently selected to be a reserve in the North All-Stars list. Next to that guy, Lawrence Victoria, who will be starting for the North Division alongside Orlan Mamar in their backcourt. And there's the All-Star from Caloocan Batang Kankaloo. He will be making his second appearance in our All-Star game, Paul Sanga, this coming September 7 in Zamboanga. It is Caloocan versus Pasay. As we thank you for joining us, this is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez. And bear with me with this next conversation because I'm going to ask Coach Mike Perez, who do you think is the best player of the Pasay Voyagers?
Ano, gusto ko nilalagay mo ako on the spot.
Yes.
But I feel there's only two guys that you get to pick when you talk about the Pasay Voyagers. It's really Lawrence and Warren. But I feel Lawrence is the Batman of that duo. He's the leader in points and assists, and I think a lot of energy coming from Lawrence.
That is actually expect that Coach Mike will answer Lawrence Victoria. But I would like to make the argument for the rise of Warren Bonifacio. This guy has actually been more consistent in terms of scoring in double figures for Pasay. He has scored in double figures in 19 of their 22 games compared to the 18 of Lawrence Victoria. Hindi naman nalalayo. Konti lang.
Slight.
Pero maganda pinapakita ni Warren Bonifacio. Defensively, he's been their anchor,
right,
as well as the most used player in the MPBL. So, I won't say that he's the Batman, but he surely is one heck of a Robin.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For the Pasay
I agree. Totally agree.
But now let's talk about the North Division team standings. Let's see where Pasay and Caloocan are.
Well, right now you see them at number 6 and number 8 right now, and both teams really want to stay in that playoff run of number 8 because it is what you're here for, to come up with as many wins as you can so that you get and head into the playoffs and have an opportunity to win the title this season.
That's going to be a close race into the top 8. Val City and Quezon City are just whispering from behind. Pangasinan, by the way, still has a fighting chance. So Caloocan better be consistent. Same goes for the Pasay Voyagers, as now we have to talk about their previous games, beginning with the Voyagers, who were recently able to defend their home court once more, but it was such a close outing inside the Cuneta Astrodome versus Muntinlupa.
Yeah, sobrang dikit ng laban yun. It was a tough overtime contest, giving Pasay their 7th in the last 8 games. Lawrence Victoria Warren Bonifacio hitting that game-tying triple, and eventually pagdating doon sa overtime, nothing really falling for Muntinlupa. Got outscored 9 versus 2, eventually leading up to that win by the Pasay Voyagers. It really was about better conversions. They shot 43% from the field. Assisted scoring, 7+7 sila pagdating sa assist. 25 assisted of the 31 field goals that they made. Defense and points off of it really told on them. That was a +9 in favor of the Voyagers, and better hustle, I guess, on the second chance points, as they were a +6 in that department.
The star player of Pasay hit the dagger, Lawrence Victoria, but Warren Bonifacio hit the game-tying 3-pointer for the Voyagers to send the game into overtime. But their best player was another man. It's Cyrus Tabi, who looked like JC Marcelino for Pasay in their previous outing.
Yeah, and every time you get a third guy to help out Lawrence and Warren, it's going to be tough to beat Pasay Voyagers. These guys are very resilient, well coached under Coach Marlon Martin, and he's just been a guy that's really helped out a lot from the bench dito sa Pasay Voyagers.
Cyrus did tell me that was his best ever game in his MPBL career. And the question is, can he be consistent at it? Because Pasay will definitely need more help moving forward. But now, let's talk about Caloocan Batang Kankaloo. This is a squad that lost in the previous outing versus Binyan Tatakgel.
Yeah, low-scoring contest actually, and they really just slipped away in the third quarter. They were ahead by a point at the half, but got outscored in the third quarter, 27-15. Matter of fact, it was only Cabanag who had 15 points, the only player in double digits para sa Caloocan, and that was really tough to get another guy to be scoring in double digits. Somebody got to step up para dito sa Caloocan. They did get enough attempts from the field, but lesser makes, and so they shot only 32% from the field. They are not taking good care of the ball. They turned it over, and they were minus 18 points of turnovers, and eventually 6 less fast breaks compared to that of Binyan.
It's good that Cabana can be consistent for them. After all, he is the leading scorer of Caloocan this season, averaging 12 points per outing. He has reached double figures in 11 out of the 16 games that he has played so far for Batang Kankaloo. Let's continue to break down the game of Jeremy Cabanag. How impressive was he for you, not only for Binyan, but for this season?
Well, I think there was a point in the season that he actually stepped up. They were missing a lot in terms of scoring, but he eventually said, I'm going to be that guy. And so there was 15 points, 5 of 14 field goal attempts, 4 of 6 from the free throws. It really just shows na primarily siya ang lead scorer talaga para dito sa Caloocan.
Especially when it comes to defending their home court.
Yes.
His 2 best scoring performances happened inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. 20 in their win versus Davao and 25 in their win versus Val City. And for everybody's information, as much as we have been waiting for the duel between the Inigo brothers, Axel will not be available for tonight's outing because he is currently suffering a throat infection. So get well soon to Axel Inigo, but we will see Achi later on. Let's now turn you over to Richard Campos.
Presented by Extreme. Here are the starters. Let's begin with Pasay Voyagers. One guard number 22, Paul Manalang. Small forward number 11, Jasper Salenga. Starting at guard number 1, El Trilla Lawrence Victoria. Center number 4, Warren Bonifacio. And at power forward number 13, Dr. Fly, Don Reverente. The head coach is Marlon Keith Martin. Assistant coaches Vic Escudero, Hubert De Los Santos, Willie Generalao, Wendell Cadiz, Cholo Martin, and Adrian Bucal. Team manager Jonathan Tulibas. Team owners Mickey Ligot, Raul Bacalso, Lavin Castro, JD Castro, and Leon Calixto Rubiano. Now the starters for Caloocan, Batang Kankaloo. Point guard number 4, Ervin Palencia. Power forward number 5, Ronnie Machas. Small forward number 7, Jeremy Cabanag. Playing center number 22, Marion Magat. And at 2 guard number 20, the birthday boy, Joel Liu. The head coach is Alex Angeles. His assistants are RB Mangahas, Toto Duhilio, Peter Santamaria, and Jigsaw Guadamor. Team manager Mac Robert De Chandu. Team governor Jeremy Teen. Team owners are Dennis Flores and Honorable Congressman Oka Malapitan.
We have our starting fives brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Play Max, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Paul Manalang will begin as a starting point guard for the Pasay Voyagers, joined by Lawrence Victoria, Warren Bonifacio, Jasper Salenga, and Don Reverente. And as for Caloocan, they have Ervin Palencia, Joel Liu, the birthday boy, Marion Magat, Ronnie Matias, and Jeremy Cabanag. Thank you for joining us. This is Mixed Comments at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez and Mika Abesamis. This is the golden opportunity for Paul Manalang to step up in lieu of Axel Inigo, who will not be available for the supposed Inigo showdown here in Binyan, Laguna. Manalang is the younger brother of Philip Manalang, who plays for the Parañaque Patriots, and Paul also was the team captain of UST back in his day.
Okay.
Although Paul will admit to us that he's not in best shape. He's had to take care of his family for the past couple of months. Kaya medyo nawala siya sa basketball, but obviously the IQ would be there for him.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see if he can continue to bring back his old form as Warren Bonifacio scores for Pasay.
Well, both these teams are pretty huge when it comes to perimeter gaming. Point in case, nakita natin kaagad, post-up, paint action. Ganun rin dito sa side ng Caloocan. I guess, better rebounding and assisting team lang itong Pasay kung compared to that of Caloocan. But, in terms of free throw makes and all, they get sent to the line a lot of times itong Caloocan because they have a lot of bigs that's in there.
Is there a specific statistic that you would want to guard in this game?
Right now, just bench points as well as rebounds.
Okay.
Those two.
Noted, Coach Mike Perez. But now, may unting paramdam sa simula ng ating laro with that collision in the interior. There you see Coach Alex Angeles with some facial hair. Wonder what that's about.
You see that again? I didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm not used to seeing him with a mustache and a beard.
Alam mo yan ang mga frustration ko sa buhay.
Talaga?
Hindi ako nagkakaroon.
So nainggit ka rin kay Orlan Mamar.
Oo.
For unsportsmanlike
Totoo yun.
behavior.
So there's a warning on Paul Manalang for unsportsmanlike behavior. This is 52 seconds
In
the game.
Oo.
So it will be a baseline inbound for Irvin Palencia.
But this roster of Caloocan, mabigat ding makalaban niya pagdating sa playoffs, no? And you've got really good guards. Joel Liu, Irvin Palencia, Jeremy Cabanag, and the bigs too are pretty solid.
The problem is the North Division is such a tough division.
Yeah, it's a tough division, that's right.
So as it stands, these two are at the latter part of our playoff picture, which means they would face two of the four in Nueva Ecija, Pampanga, San Juan, and Manila.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
good luck to Pasay and Caloocan.
Yeah.
This is Lawrence Victoria, cross court, Paul Manalang. He will fire. Short, rebound to the birthday boy. Liu forward to Jeremer, the leading scorer of Caloocan, able to
Yeah.
score.
Rightfully so. You gotta test that engine and that motor if it's gonna connect. And good for Jeremy.
Cabanag is the lone guy averaging double figures for
Yes.
Caloocan this season.
Yes.
But they do have 7 more people averaging 6 or more points.
Yes.
It's been that balance for Batang Kankaloo. Joel Liu, a guy averaging 6 points per game, unable to score.
Kaya lang ang downside kasi no, is another 3 here by Jeremer. Yeah? Definitely the leading scorer for Caloocan. Ang downside lang nun is that nawawala yung identity ng iba. Who do you go to if your primary closer is not available, di ba? And somebody's gotta build that spot para dito sa Caloocan.
Let's see if today could be a good day for them in terms of discovering a new star, as Warren Bonifacio wasn't able to score. Offensive rebound on Reverente. They swing it over. Manalang onto the left. Lawrence Victoria, 7 on the shot. Victoria will miss. Rebound Ronnie Matias.
Right there, they were able to challenge against that drive by Lawrence. He loves going to the rack immediately, but Joel Liu, the birthday boy, says, it's my day today.
That's 8 points now for Caloocan in this game. After surrendering the first 2 to the Pasay Voyagers, Joel Liu showing us that he has developed his shooting throughout the years. Before this game, niloloko niya tayo, no? Niloloko niya si Paul Sanga na ito, all-star ng Caloocan, si Paul Sanga. Pero ako ang leading 3-point shooter ng Batang Kankaloo in terms of percentage this season. We have a timeout, 8-2.
Back at Alonte Sports Arena for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis. Now, we have been talking about the playoffs lately, and Coach Alex Angeles has been disappointed with the performance of his boys, especially with that game against Binyan. And so he wrote on the board 3 important reminders. First, check our heart. Are we ready to win? Second, are we ready to put our egos aside? Third, surrender me to we. This was because of the energy given of the Batang Kankaloo in their last games. This game, their performance on defense will dictate their minutes. Migs and Coach Mike.
I like that. Surrender me to we.
Yeah.
Can play individually, after all, in basketball. And developing that chemistry, developing that mentality would be very crucial for Caloocan. Coach Alex would know. He recently got into the finals.
Yes. I was going to say the same, you know. You have to take it from the messenger. He's really credible. He went to the finals and he's seen all of it. And masusunod lang yun, and why not? Might be new achievements para dito sa Caloocan.
But again, I want to know the story behind the mustache and the beard for Coach Alex Angeles. Maybe there's something like Orlan Mamar story. Ayaw niyang shave yan hanggang sa mag-champion siya. Ayan po ang new look ni Coach Alex Angeles.
Oo nga, ano?
Actually, it might be just more of the beard.
Siguro. Nagsisimula pa lang.
Oo. Jeremy Cabanag. unable to hit his third three-pointer. The Voyagers have been silenced ever since their opening bucket. This is Brian Hilario, a usual scoring guy off the bench for them.
Yeah, and he's always been active offensively. Hindi may hiyaya na tumira. Once na binigyan mo ng espasyo yan, titirahan ka niyan. For the most part, mga bigs kasi bumabantay sa kanya. Kaya may, separation.
Right. A stretch 4 or a stretch 5, however you would want to see him. Brian Hilario, after all, is a two-time MVP when he played for PMMS in college. This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
And so, naging player nga siya nila Coach Aldrin Morante at nila Coach Marlon.
Marlon who? Martin.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's why he's here. Joel Liu, unable to score. Rebound Bonifacio. Warren does average 8 rebounds per game. 6.5 of those coming from the defensive end. That's number 4 in the MPBL in terms of defensive rebounds.
At saka itong Pasay talaga is focally based on 3 players. Don Reverente, Warren Bonifacio, and Lawrence Victoria. So in terms of minutes, very heavy yung mga minutes niyan I guess 26, 28 minutes per game.
Kulang pa yun.
Kulang pa?
Victoria averages 29.
See?
Number 8 in the league, and Bonifacio averages 32.
Yeah.
That's number 1 in the MPBL as Salenga misses. Rebound Matias.
And si Warren gets more minutes kasi wala siyang kapalit dun sa position niya.
Yes.
Very unique yung position niya to him.
Good pass inside. Marian Magat finding Ronnie Matias.
And that speaks a lot on the conditioning of Warren Bonifacio as well. And I do agree with you, he's a heck of a Robin.
Yes. And rightfully so, it has been recognized by the MPBL as he has been selected to that very big all-star North team.
Yeah.
Tinanong ko nga siya kanina, have you ever played the 1, 2, or 3 position? Sabi niya, hindi pa. So that could be a first for him this coming September 7 as Hilario is called for a blocking foul.
Why not? May handle naman siya
Kahapon nga, tinanong ko si Jason Ballesteros ano gusto mong laruin? Sabi niya, shooting guard. Kasi may mga rebounder siya na Bacaloni, Baltazar, tsaka Slaughter. As this play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. Tony Matias able to score for Caloocan Batang Kankaloo. Matias has reached double figures 4 times this season. So, a couple of great performances for the veteran himself.
And you can make a case, even si Baltazar can actually bring the ball down the floor.
He could be the one.
The one.
For all we know.
Right.
As Jennifer Cabana just converted his 3rd three-pointer in this game. That's a guy on a mission for sure.
Oh, yes.
He would be a future all-star in the MPBL. Warren Bonifacio being patient. Lawrence Victoria, his co-all-star, unable to convert. Joel Liu back at it. They go to Marian Magat. Corner 3. What a start for Caloocan.
Yeah, and the threes have fallen here. 4 out of 7 from 3. Caloocan. That's pretty solid.
So only 1 2-pointer for them. Check that. 2 2-pointers and 4 3-pointers.
So the high-low didn't have it.
And as for Pasay, I can't help but wonder, are they missing Axel Inigo as of this moment?
Yeah, I think for sure. Eventually, at some point in a game, mararamdaman mo yung absence rather ni Axel.
Cabana, heat check, no good. Rebound side of Stabby. Forward to Salenga. One guy to beat. Jasper is fouled. Napaganda pa.
Yeah, good finish. And every time you come in late and you catch just the shoulder of the offensive player, you are definitely late. And exactly what happened to Irvin Palencia in that transition defense. Good lead pass and a good footwork finish.
This fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. The 2 perimeter defenders of Pasay connecting with each other. Side of Stabby with Jasper Salenga.
Tsaka 3-on-1 fast break.
Salenga at the line. This is the first free throw of the Voyagers. He almost got his own board. Ball out of bounds in favor of Caloocan. AJ Coronel now returns after feeling sick last week. That's why he wasn't able to play versus Muntinlupa. that actually allowed the likes of Cider Stabby to shine.
Right. Minsan yung mga, availability is the best ability talaga.
Yes.
No? If that opportunity is there, you gotta show up.
Here's an opportunity for Gabby Espinas backing down. Espinas will miss. That was a sorry one at that. Gabby, by the way, has calmed down this season. He has only scored in double figures 3 times. Although he did have a 17-point game versus Mindoro. I won't be surprised though if Gabby would level up in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think so too. They're gonna need that lalo na in the division because the bigs would really matter. Lalo na if you go up against Balti and the rest of Pampanga, who, let's not forget, have really good guards too.
Now the All-Star of Caloocan just converted from downtown, Paul Sanga with his first 3 points.
3-pointer number 5 in the first quarter. Very impressive outside sniping here by Caloocan.
2 minutes and change in the first frame. 5 on the shot clock for Hilario. Cross court they go. Lawrence Victoria to bail them out. That almost went in. And here's Achi Inigo. They go to the left. Paul Sanga. Back to Achi. Ronnie Matias bouncing it off to Joey Liu. 10 on the shot clock. Screen by Gabby. Inigo cross court to Ronnie. 4 seconds. Espinas. Paul Sanga to bail them out. That's good. His second 3-pointer in this game.
Sobrang impressive ng 3-point shooting ng Caloocan to start the quarter. I mean, that's the 6th 3-pointer of this match in the first quarter alone.
Out of 10 tries.
Out of 10 tries, right.
So their number of threes made is almost the total of Pasay. But there's the response of Brian Hilario.
Yeah, they average roughly about 6 makes per game. And right now, they got 6 already in the first quarter.
We have a timeout for Caloocan Batang Kankaloo before we move forward. It's a minute to go in the opening frame. Tally is 22-9. But first, let's look at this big-time shot by Brian Hilario. Has been an answer for the Voyagers, but he's going to have to do a lot more of that in this game. We'll be back. Back for Caloocan versus Pasay. 50 seconds remaining in the first. Batang Kankaloo is up by 13. They've hit 6 3-pointers so far. That's a turnover. Hilario bounces onto the wrong man. Good defense by Inigo. Espinas down the middle. Gabby will score. First 2 points for Gabby Espinas in this game. And that was 2-pointer number 3 for Batang Kankaloo.
Pangatlo pa lang, ano? You'd like to think they're perimeter gaming, but right now they're 3-point shooting.
Tabi, tough feed, but that was a good one onto AJ Coronel.
Yeah, assisted field goals talaga ang isa sa mga strength nitong Pasay Voyagers. They love sharing that ball.
24-11, Tayong Tong. 1 second, Paul Sanga. Ooh, hit it out. That could have been 3-pointer number 7 already for them.
That would be the fitting end to the quarter, huh?
Yes. And the fitting end for the All-Star as well.
Right.
Proving his stature in the MPBL as one of its best shooters. But it all started with Jeremy Cabanag for Caloocan.
Yeah, and as much as those shots connected from the outside para dito sa Caloocan, the key Batman and Robin guys for Pasay struggling right now. They're 1 out of 7, and Lawrence out of 6 attempts has not made a field goal.
And just 2 points for Warren Bonifacio, his partner in crime. This first quarter score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. We have our fan of the game brought to you by Jinky Skin inside the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna. We do thank you for joining us. This is Nix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez and our other Jinky Beauty, Mika Visamis.
Yun! Yung sinasabi ni palagi, ni Shadel, pagka-jinky. Yun!
Siyempre kailangan may may onting paramdam sa courtside reporter natin. It is 24-11. The Pasay Voyagers looking for a comeback versus Caloocan Batang Kankaloo.
Si Mika naman daw may sagot sa atin. Oras na raw para magmotor.
Ikaw, Coach Mike, nasasanay ka na rin sa ating broadcast. Nakakabisado mo na yung mga ad.
Oo nga. Minsan napapanaginipan ko pa.
Warren Bonifacio with a sorry miss off of that nice move. Here's Don Reverente. On to Jan Sobrevega. Back to Don. He will fire. In and out.
Oh, yeah.
The offense just struggling.
It's the make. They have the attempts. It's same attempts as that of Caloocan, but really so much better makes para sa Caloocan. 52% versus 29. That's pretty low. 29 is so low.
Tayong Tong unable to convert on the other end. Side of Stavi with some good effort. He is known for that. As one of the better rebounding guards in the league. As Reverente misfires. Another miss for them. Inigo bringing it down. Achi bounces to Gabi. Espinas against Bonifacio. Gabi taking his time. Spinning baseline. No foul, no basket.
Ganda ng tulong sa depensa doon ni Don Reverente. Not giving that space for Gabi to go middle.
There's a foul on the other end. On that attack by AJ Coronel.
And if you're Coach Marlon Martin, you hope that first quarter was enough calibration na. Sana pumasok na yung mga tira ngayon na second quarter because you're down right now 13 and you're shooting not so good from the field. Actually, yung points, yung source ng kung saan nanggagaling yung basket sa 3 points kasi para dito sa Caloocan.
There you see Coach Marlon Martin, or Coach M as his players would call him. There is such a thing called the Coach M effect for these Voyagers because he is a great players coach, very empowering. He has certainly given us a lot of great games this season. Remember, the Pasay Voyagers handed Quezon Province their first loss.
Right.
And also, Pasay only lost by 5 to Pampanga and only lost by 3 to Manila.
Correct. Pasay is a team that wins by 6 and loses by an average of 5 points. And so, very marginal kung tutuusin yung nila. Talagang they're out there competing lalo na come crunch time.
Bagay sila pang main event ng MPBL. Yung tipong may home crowd na nanonood.
Mas dikit yung laban, hanggang dulo.
Cairo Stabi onto Warren Bonifacio against Gabi Espinas. Bonifacio going to his cutter. Recovery for Sobrevega. 3 on the shot clock. Warren will fire. No good. Wow, what a rebound by Hawkeye himself. Nachi Inigo. Now he gets it back. Paul Sanga. Good tap by Bonifacio.
Yeah, and I'm sure sila, Coach Marlon and Coach Vix are telling the guys, okay lang na hindi tayo makascore, basta wag rin natin sila pa-scorein from here on. Because if we allow them to score, then it's going to be a tough mountain to climb.
Now, shotgun. Elvin Chan will check in. The ultimate crowd favorite in the MPBL, wherever he may play. Joko Tayongtong with his brown headband, attacking and scoring.
Yeah. And I feel they're gonna keep going at it against Chan. They feel that matchup right there, speed-wise, advantage, Joko. Pero pagka poste-poste, hindi.
Elvin Chan tayo.
Elvin Chan tayo dyan.
Are we going to see it though? As right now it's Juan Bonifacio trying to post up against Gabby Espinas. And there's a foul called on the veteran. There's the foot speed against Elvin. Iwan na iwan.
Yeah. Yun talaga ang number 1 na pangontra sa drop coverage, yung fake pass, because it moves the defense. This misdirects them.
Elvin Chan, Juan Bonifacio, back to Elvin. Here's the post up. Chan taking his time. Elvin then lost the ball.
Fast hands.
Actually, Inigo going to his trader. Gabby Espinas, nice speed. Sorry, miss for Cervantes. Reel again, napaganda pa. And Cervantes will apologize to Gabby Espinas. Sayang assist na yun
Oo. Si Rel actually ang top bench guy nila. He always comes off the bench. Average roughly about, I think, 7-8 points.
Yeah, he's the second leading scorer behind Cabanag, averaging 8. So, to recap to everybody, Cabanag 12 points per game, Cervantes 8, and then 7 each for Matias Espinas, Josh Flores, and Joel Liu. Tapos may 6 kina Paul Sanga at JJ Manlangit. Ganun kabalanse ang scoring.
Oo.
Inigo, he hung in the air, unable to score. Recovery for Cervantes. That's tapped away. Sanga, bit of a late whistle there. He had to stop the break.
Now, one thing's for certain, when it comes to transition play, palaging naiiwan itong Caloocan. This is the second or third time we've seen a 3-on-1 situation where you see the bigs in Lawrence and even Elvin Chan running the floor along with their guards. So if you're Caloocan now, you want your other guys to be going along with them.
Here's Bonifacio firing from 3. That's good.
Yep.
3-pointer number 2 for Pasay in this game. 5 points for Warren. Espinas went down. Tayong Tong again with a fake pass. It's the same move and the same result.
Yeah, same move, same side of the floor. Got through contact and able to finish. Lakas ng katawan.
Now he's been like that since the beginning of the MPBL, as Elvin Chan was unable to score.
Yeah. And so both coaches, I feel, are actually trying to get advantages on both ends on that matchup of Joko and Elvin Chan. You could say positional, may advantage pag nasa labas yung bola, si Joko. Pero pagka inside, positional advantage si Elvin too.
Now we present to you our 3-point shot, brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances, the first of which for Warren Bonifacio in this game. They are missing their top 3-point shooter in Axel Inigo, who's number 5 in the league at 39% efficiency. It's a turnover for Pasay. And here's Jeremy Cabanag, the leading scorer of Caloocan. Going to Real Cervantes against Brian Hilario. Cervantes stepping back. That's good.
Yan ang mahirap kay Real pag binantayan mo. Sure, post up siya, tutulak mo sa labas. He's so far away, you think you've done your job. Na, he's got a step back 3, just like that. And he's got good range too. He's almost, I guess, 30% from 3. That's pretty solid for a big man.
What's the exact number?
Let's see.
3-point shooting for Cervantes as Brian Hilario answers back with a 3-pointer on his own.
27%.
How about Brian Hilario's percentage?
Brian Hilario, just 19.
Okay. Yeah. But that is a guy who will never stop shooting.
Oo naman. Walang percentage. You know? So long as you see that good look, good, take it.
Gabby Espinas, no good. Tayong Tong went flying. Loose ball foul on a Voyager.
That's Caloocan.
And see this move by Real Cervantes. It's actually a 2-pointer.
Okay.
But still, beautiful to see. And the answer by Brian Hilario, who was left wide open. You did break it down in the first quarter that that's the usual tendency against Hilario. That you let him get the ball up top. Makakalimutan mong may shooting siya. Tayong Tong. It's a walk.
I recall in one of the years back, in one of the tournaments that I covered, I do recall that Joko Tayong Tong played alongside Hesed Gabo in a team of Quezon City.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Season 2. Actually, they gave us the biggest MPBL playoff upset in history.
Yeah.
They were the 7th-seeded team against the number 2 Makati team, coached by Cholo Villanueva.
That's a tough guard combo, yung dalawang yun. Bigat yun.
Hindi lang yun. May Alvin Alday pa sila nun.
Oh.
Tsaka si Andoy Estrella.
Wow.
And then they had Jake Oliado as their big. As now, there's a charge called on Brian Hilario.
I see Coach Marlon right there. One of the coaches that gives out really clear instructions and good philosophies to his team. Kaya yung mga players niya, mahal na mahal siya. Even yung mga bata, he's got a camp. You see all those kids really responding to what Coach Marlon and his staff are teaching them.
Now there's a pushing foul called on Lawrence Victoria as Marian Magat went flying. To your point about Coach Marlon Martin, I do hope that he gets to build a deep team.
Yeah.
Deep enough to reach further in the playoffs. Kasi we've been impressed by Pasay year in and year out. But they always fall short. Usually, umabot sila first round of the playoffs, ganyan. It would be good for them to move further.
Yeah. Maybe a couple of pieces away from, lalo na nasa north ka eh. Yun ang matindi dun eh.
There's always the argument to get more pieces. Another way is to continue developing your players.
Yes, that's
They
right.
would become stars on their own right.
Right.
Actually, itong Pasay, recently, nawalan pa sila ng Patrick Sleep.
Oh yeah.
Ang laking bagay nun.
That's right. He's, I guess, 16, 15 points per game, I think, si Patrick. At saka siya na talaga naging focal point ng opensa nun eh. Alongside sila Lawrence Victoria and Warren Bonifacio.
They could have had a big three.
Yep.
Not just
right.
Batman and Robin.
That's right.
33-19. Under 4 minutes in the second. Kilatan to Victoria. Bounce pass to Bonifacio. Warren against Marian Magat. Good pressure defense. And there's the help by Cabana.
Yeah.
Almost a turnover.
That's how you do it really against Warren. You have to have help because he's got good footwork and good vision.
Balik dito, sina Don Reverente at Paul Manalang with 6 on the shot clock for the Voyagers. Bonifacio fires straight away. That's his second three-pointer in this game. Warren Bonifacio now has 8 points and 3 rebounds in 13 minutes of play.
Very simple pin down action right there, allowing Warren to show up on that wing three.
Gotta love that if you're Pasay, but you're gonna need more of that. Still down by 11. 3.5 minutes before halftime. Jenner Cabanag leads the way in terms of scoring for Caloocan Batang Kankaloo so far. He has 9 points off of 3 three-pointers as he gestured to us. Let's listen in to a Jenner story from Mika Abisamis.
Jenner Cabanag talked about how it has been a struggle for the Batang Kankaloo lately, so he's doing extra things para palakasin ang katawan niya, especially for the playoffs. He would like to improve on defense, kaya siya nagpapalakas ng katawan. But on another note, I asked him, sabi ko, Jeremy, ramdam mo na ba yung stardom dito sa MPBL for obvious reasons? He said, next year siguro pag nasa All-Stars na ako. Pero for now, 3-point shootout muna ako. Excited na ako para doon. Bigs and Coach Mike.
You gotta love that. So it's acceptance for Jeremy Cabanag this season. I'm sure a lot of people would have argued for him.
Yeah.
As of this moment, siya ang sasali sa 3-point shootout. Paul Sanga ang nasa All-Star team. One would imagine nga na baliktad eh. Si Paul Sanga yung nasa 3-point shootout sana, di ba?
Oo, tama.
At least nilipad pa rin si Jeremy. Here's Don Revenente scoring for the Voyagers.
Yeah, and I guess the important thing for Jeremy is to, pick up from where he is now and build on it. He's on the right path. Maybe fell short in getting there, pero definitely he's on the right way.
It is 33-24, Pasay slowly but surely cutting down this lead of Caloocan. They trailed by as many as 16. No answer by Manlangit. Rebound Banalang, and here's Paul Victoria. Lawrence cross court. Reverente wasn't ready for it.
Another turnover there forced on Pasay. That's their 6th turnover in this game. And so far, they've given up 7 points of the turnovers.
By the way, the low-scoring game of Pasay is a testament to the signature of Caloocan in terms of their defense. Caloocan only gives up 71 points per game.
Right.
That's the 3rd best defensive rating in the MPBL. Now they got the steal, and it's a layup for Marian Magan.
Yeah, that's one acquisition I feel has added depth to mobile big man para dito sa Caloocan. Kasi stable na yung mga Gabi Espinas and whatever, but for you to cover the length of the floor, you'll need Maga to be in there. See how he defends against Warren Bonifacio, di ba?
Now it's Salenga attacking, spinning, and missing. Rebound Manlangit. Joeliu pushes to Cabanag. Jerimer. That's an alley-oop play. 2 points for Marian Magat.
A good read right there by Jerimer. Maybe you could say sana tumama pa ng konti yung depensa, pero you know, at least he looked for the big man, try and finish and get him involved.
So that is assist number 2 for Jerimer Cabanag in this game. Marian Magat now has 7 points. It is 37-24 with a minute and 18 to go in the second quarter. Caloocan just staying consistent here, limiting the Pasay Voyagers. Now we present to you our fast break of the game, brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Play Max, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. A beautiful alley-oop play from Jerimer Cabanag onto his versatile big man, Marian Magat. We'll take a short break. Our All-Star Day will happen on September 7, and here are the North All-Stars. It's a list of 15 players. Mga higante po yan mula sa North Division. So you can have a 5 of Giants. Balti Baltazar as the 1. Jason Ballesteros wants to play the 2. Macaloni as the 3. Al Husseini as the 4. And then Greg Slaughter at the 5 as Marian Magat just scored for Caloocan. Tapos may bench players ka pa na Robbie Celis tsaka itong si Warren Bonifacio.
Even Rin William Ping nandun.
Right, mahaba rin yun.
Mahaba rin yun. Athletic pa. May height limit ba sa North? May height requirement.
Simon Sandagon did tell me that he plans to use his quickness against the bigs of the North.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
Let's see if that will work.
Fair enough.
Well, if you look at the starters of the South, that's pretty fast. Marcelino and Gonzalez.
Yes.
Mabilis yun.
Yes.
Then you have Sandagon, Pajaritos pretty mobile. The other one is Cedric Ablaza.
Yeah. A lot of scorers there.
Well, they are all-stars after all. They're supposed to be the best.
Yeah.
5-second differential. 39-24. Lawrence Victoria. Paul Manalang, Warren Bonifacio. The all-star attacks, and he scores.
Yeah. And that zone really has been a problem.
Cabanag double pump 3, unable to score. That's going to do it for our first half here in Binyan. Cabanag is on the floor. Is he okay? He seems to be
Nagpahinga lang.
good to go. Of course, that's a moment of concern if you're Caloocan.
Yes. He still got a 3-point shootout to go to.
Sayang yung airplane ticket. Jerimer Cabanag. This halftime score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. It's the ending GameX. Our halftime score is 39-26 in favor of Caloocan Batang Kankaloo, with their majestic defense against the Pasay Voyagers, who are playing without Axel Inigo in this matchup. Lawrence Victoria hasn't even scored so far for Pasay. On the other end, Jenmer Cabana continues to lead the way in terms of scoring for them, but more of the leading scorers later on. Now we present to you our team numbers.
Yeah, and you see there 44% versus 33%. Well, a lot of it, I guess, has to do with really Lawrence not being able to score yet. He's 0 out of 6 from the field, and samantalang si Warren naman has improved to 4 out of 8 earlier to start. He was 1 out of 3 to start the game. So that, I guess, is a good improvement on Warren Bonifacio. The 3-point shooting, 6 out of 15 to start, pero hindi na nasundan yun eh.
But now we have the leading scorers of Caloocan, Jenmer Cabanag and Marian Magat, both having 9 points in this game. Marian Magat was big time in the second quarter.
Oo. Well, si Jeramer medyo nag-slow down din after nung unang 3 3-pointers niya. After that, we haven't heard so much from him. Well, it's because he's been assisting. That's one of it. Diba?
They did not make a single 3 in the second quarter. In terms of assists, we've seen 2 more for Ronnie Matias and company compared to the Pasay Voyagers. Caloocan is looking for win number 12, while Pasay is looking for win number 15. But now, we'll look to our courtside reporter, Mika Abisamis.
One of the obvious things in this game is that Pasay is having a hard time matching the inside game of Caloocan, as you mentioned, despite the efforts of Warren Bonifacio. Coach M knows Coach Alex very well. In fact, he is actually the godfather of Coach Alex's eldest son, Sander. To be specific, he knows his ability to build up his players. Sabi niya, kilala ko tong si Alex, talagang lalaban to till the end kasi kailangan talaga nila manalo. So, for this second half, they would like to focus on stopping Magat and Cabanag. Mix and Coach Mike.
So, sounds family pala.
Oo nga.
Itong sina Coach Marlon at Coach Alex. Hindi ko alam kung naging inspiration din ba si Coach Marlon sa pagkakaroon ng facial hair. Itong si Coach Alex Angeles. Pero
baka may mga chat communication sila. Matubo ka na rin.
Oh, that's a foul. A clear one at that by Salenga. 2 free throws for Irvin Palencia.
Yeah, and I feel medyo may frustration a little bit on the side of Salenga because that's the second time he got beat on an action involving Irvin Palencia. The other one, he fed of that basket by Magat.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Conversion for Irvin Palencia. That extends the advantage of Caloocan. 43-26. Valencia is guarding his former Zamboanga teammate, Cyrus Tabi.
Ay, oo nga, no?
Silang dalawa yun, plus the twins.
Plus si
Jeff
Chino.
Comia
Chino.
and Chino Mosqueda.
Yeah, right.
That was their guard rotation.
Yeah, grabe. Ang lalim talaga nun eh.
Kaso mas malalim yung Nueva Ecija.
Oo, iba yung Nueva Ecija rin eh. Pero malalim pa rin.
Oo naman.
Mas malalim lang yung kabila.
Yes. Bonifacio unable to score. And here's Jenmer Cabanag. Ooh, a lot of pushing between Jasper Salenga and the birthday boy, Joel Liu.
And that's the second consecutive, I guess, call that's involved Salenga.
If you're Jasper, you'd want to calm down.
Yeah.
Kalmado lang naman si Joel Liu.
Yeah.
He even had to, or tried to go for a high five with Jasper.
And they're, you know, you're trailing, and so you have to be more composed because you want to come back and trim down this deficit.
Cabanag will inbound. The lead is 17. This is the biggest lead in the game. Valencia. Cross. Sauce. And it's a miss. Rebound side of Stabi. Serving and passing. Salenga, baseline. The fake. And he was partially blocked by Ronnie Matias as per my vision.
Now, medyo slow break na muna ang Caloocan dito ngayon.
They do love this pace, right?
Yes. Perimeter gaming talaga ang Caloocan for the most part.
Irvin Palencia. Unable to score. Recovery. Marian Magat. What a game for him.
And the way that Irvin Palencia has actually started the third quarter, it seems to me that they feel that there is no guard that can actually match up against Irvin offensively on the side of Pasay. And so guys like Salenga and Tabi, they got to step up to try and stop any attack involving Irvin Palencia.
They're supposed to be the best perimeter defenders
Yes.
of the Voyagers.
Right?
This was the move by Irvin. And the recovery by Marion Magat. So that puts him up to a total of 13 points and 3 rebounds. Warren Bonifacio, 8 on the shot clock. They go to Cyrus Tabi. He leans in. That's a sure foul.
A good elevation though by Cyrus Tabi.
And that's how I started thinking about JC Marcelino in the previous game of Cyrus Tabi. Kasi yung elevation, yung angat at dalawang kamay, kaliwete pa.
Yeah.
Now let's hear Cyrus Tabi's story from Mika Abisamis.
Cyrus Tabi was gladly took the roles of AJ Coronel with 8 rebounds and Axel Enidio with 16 points and 6 assists in their last outing. Was overwhelmed by the attention given to him on that day as a very humble guy. Speaking of humble, being a former fisherman and a guy who needed to get coconuts on the trees to sell as he needed to work early because of the death of his father when he was 7, I see why he could be overwhelmed. But as a point guard, he would like to learn more about orchestrating, something he would ask his mentor, Rudy Linganay, about. By the way, Rudy was the first guy who gave him basketball rubber shoes practicing in college na nakapaalang daw. And he also actually used to celebrate Christmas with Rudy's family in Pasig as he barely got to go home to Samar. What a mentor Rudy is. Comes with Christmas dinners and basketball shoes. Migs, Coach Mike.
How about that? All love from one lefty to another. Shout out to Rudy Linganay.
Yeah.
And, you know, Cyrus Tabi was once upon a time the leading scorer of his collegiate team. So we attribute that to Rudy Linganay's love and, of course, his teammates and coaches from before as Irvin Palencia just scored. And, you know, with that story of him selling stuff, nung bata pa lang siya, that's actually also similar to the Marcelinos.
Yeah.
Bata pa lang, nagbebenta na yung dalawang yun.
Yeah. And you know, it really just shows na sa bansa natin, napakaraming mga manlalarong basketballista ang coming from situations like those, or wanting to play and trying to improve, of course, livelihood, a better life, a better career. And at the same time, it shows na napakaliit talaga ng mundo ng basketball sa Pilipinas. Everybody trying to help out each one in any way that they can.
As Jenner Cabanag makes a 3-pointer to answer back to Pasay's 2-pointer, I'd like to think, with those types of stories, that because of the sense of responsibility that they experienced when they were young, tumibay na talaga yung loob nila. Maaga pa lang.
Yeah.
And so nothing would stand in the way of these aspiring basketball players. And here they are now.
Yeah.
Looking very tough in the MPBL. They've established themselves. Let's just hope that Cyrus Tabi can be consistent.
Yeah.
Kasi ang last 2 outings si Cyrus Tabi ay ang kanyang dalawang pinakamagandang laro this season. Before his season high versus Muntinlupa, as you take a look at this 3-pointer of Cabanag, he also had 9 points versus San Juan. That was his previous season high.
Yeah, tsaka yung the guys that are in that situation na may aspiration, because you see that people are supporting you and believe in your aspiration, makes you want to push you some more, and that result na gusto kong marating to.
That's a turnover. And here's Cyrus Tabi. The feed onto Salenga. That's a foul. 2 free throws.
Yeah, and you see, when you look at the game right now, and so far we've done it the first half, parang mas may diin ang laro ng Caloocan versus that of Pasay. Maybe because partly Lawrence hasn't scored yet and they're struggling from the field. But I feel a lot of it also has to do with their next games. I do understand they have the most games left. And there's a 3-game run where I think they'll meet Pampanga, Nueva Ecija. That's 3 teams.
Anong team tong pinag-usapan mo?
Caloocan.
Caloocan will have Rizal, Imus, and Sarangani for their next 3 games. After that, it's Quezon City, Negros, Bulacan, Muntinlupa, and San Juan.
Okay.
So the toughest team would be San Juan.
San Juan, yeah.
And by the way, that Quezon City game would be crucial because that might determine which team would be able to make the playoffs.
Right, that's right. And so you want to fit. It's an opportunity to close out strong
Yeah.
heading into the playoffs. You cannot be complacent thinking, we got so many games that's light, so let's take it lightly. You don't want to go into the playoffs ng ganun yung mentality, di ba?
Right. 6 out of the 8 games remaining for Caloocan are against teams with losing records.
Right.
This is Romel Kalahat off of his board. They're up by 16. 9 on the shot clock. Kalahat. Espinas to Palencia. 5 seconds. Palencia will shoot. Off to the left. Ball out of bounds.
But Palencia is good on the perimeter, pero on the 3, medyo challenge a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, lalo na with the clock winding down, that shot quality really is not so much on his side.
Here's Lawrence Victoria. Unable to score. So he continues to have 0 points on his tally.
There
But then
you
again,
go.
Victoria is not at 100% as Espinas is fouled. Lawrence has been nursing a foot injury, and he did tell me from the previous game that he's only at 80% conditioning.
Yeah, and that's clearly a factor too. As you on this very long season, as you go from game to game, you want to get to the playoffs healthy.
Yes.
Diba? And so that you're at your peakest performance, because that's where the game should really matter. If you lose, you're going home.
You might not be at 100% healthy, but the healthiest that you can be,
Yes.
as Coach Christian Luanzon told us, nobody actually plays
Right.
completely healthy.
Oo. Kasi lahat kayo dumasa napakaraming, not unless you're a
Oo.
bench player that rarely plays.
Although
No.
you practice for the whole year.
That's right.
Espinas converts. Gabby, I mentioned, only has reached double figures 3 times this season. Kahit yung rebounding niya, 3 beses pa lang na nag-double figures. His season highs are 17 points and 11 rebounds, respectively. As Saito Stabi scores with a 3, he now has 7 points in this game. Also 4 rebounds and 6 assists for him.
And so far, 5th 3-pointer for Pasay. Good seal, but couldn't get that ball through.
Tavi pushing and feeding. Salenga fakes. Jasper onto Bonifacio. No foul, 2 points.
No, I like that move by Warren. Coaches would always tell you, the faster you think, the faster that leg moves. And so he saw that open na siya, that leg moved, and rose up for that attempt.
12 points now in this game for Warren Bonifacio. That's 3 points away from his season average as Gabby Espinas answers back on the other end.
At that time around, Warren Bonifacio medyo naiwan doon sa cross screen na yon. Nataganda rin ang pagkaka-duck in ni Gabby Espinas.
3.5 minutes remaining in the third. Victoria, the spin and the feed. Oh, nice block. Great recovery by both Espinas and Cervantes.
Tsaka hindi rin madaling pumasok sa loob. Cervantes tsaka Espinas yung kailangan mong harapin eh. Malalaki na, tatangkad pa.
Here's Real. Bounce pass onto Gabby. Favorite spot, backing down, Espinas. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so far, that flex action has produced 4 straight points for Gabby Espinas. They didn't even look at the shooters. They just looked at Gabby posting up.
So this is a bit of a throwback for us. Gabby Espinas already with 8 points in this game. This could be game number 4, where he could reach double figures in the season for Batang Kankaloo. Let's see if he can pull it off. It is a 17-point advantage. These fans of the game are brought to you by Jinky Skin. Great to have them inside the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna. Parang wala silang force. Shout out to them and shout out to everybody watching. Thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez and Mika Besamis. This is AJ Coronel attacking and missing. Put back for Don Reverente.
Yeah, and mobile bigs, that might be what Pasay needs right now. And this is a good combo of Lawrence and Don Reverente. And this could be the best and the strongest five that Pasay is fielding on the floor right now.
So it's 4 usual starters with Coronel replacing Axel Inigo, who's
Yes.
out for this game.
Yes.
Get well soon, Axel, with your throat infection. He's been in and out of the hospital. His brother Achi is present, and he's the one trying to defend Salenga. No foul there, no basket. Achi Inigo. Handoff. Paul Sanga being patient. Bounce pass to Gabi. That's a foul.
Yeah. Ganda na sana. Ang layo na ni Gabi dun sa post-up. Pero na-tempt na sumundot si Warren.
Kanina pag ginagawa yan first half pa lang.
Oh.
Subukan niyang maagawan si Gabi Espinas. This play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. Warren Bonifacio able to finish against the outstretched arm of the All-Star. His co-All-Star is Paul Sanga. Cervantes in trouble. Tough shot. He almost made it.
Alam ko papasok.
Diretso
Oh, diretso
56-41. Coronel. Up he goes. No basket. Rebound. Salenga. Sorry, miss. And here's Paul Sanga. Nice dribble forward. Paul Sanga. No reverse. Espinas. Double figures.
And so far, 6 points for Gabi in this quarter. And so far, they haven't had an answer for those inside points by Gabi.
Total inside scoring 28-18 in favor of Caloocan. The lead is still 17. Jasper Salenga going to Lawrence Victoria, who still hasn't scored. There's the feed. Reverente will do. That's 6 points with 7 rebounds for Dr. Fly himself. Reverente does average 8.5 boards per game. He's 9th in the league in that category. Cervantes, charge.
Pasay's actually been doing a good job since the second quarter of keeping in pace against Caloocan. It's just that, you know, yung advantage na na-create dun sa strong first quarter na yun. Those 3-pointers have really created that separation in this game so far.
It was 24-11 in the opening frame with 6 3-pointers for
Right.
Batang Kankaloo.
Right.
They actually have only converted 1 3 after the first quarter.
And we talked about rebounds as a stat that we were looking at. Well, it's a +7 for Caloocan, and second chance points +11.
There's another
For
stat that you
Caloocan.
mentioned. Was it bench scoring?
Bench, right. That was bench scoring.
Still is a plus for
Still a
Caloocan.
plus for Caloocan.
5-second differential. Lawrence Victoria bounces. Hilario onto Reverente. Sorry,
wow.
miss. One more. Just had to add 1 rebound to his name.
Nandun yung pasa, hindi lang ma-convert no?
Reverente now has 8 points and 9 boards. There's a
And,
foul on the other end on AJ Coronel.
and you can argue, I guess, that the separation of assists is only 1. Well, it's because they're not making those passes inside. Speaking of Pasay, and they could have led that department and eventually a much closer game than it is right now.
Paul Sanga at the line off of the foul. The first free throw is good with 8 seconds to go before the end of the third. First time that Paul Sanga was selected to be an All-Star was back in Season 2 when he was also playing with Caloocan. 5 seconds. Side of Stabby. Brian Hilario. He has to fire. Hilario hung in the air. Sorry, miss. And so we end the third frame with a tally of 60-45 in favor of Paul Sanga and company.
Well, that's pretty much how much the game has been, except for yung 6 points ni Gabi Espinas in this quarter. It's been close shots missed by the Pasay Voyagers. And Lawrence continues to struggle, but you know, people finding open spots para dito sa Caloocan.
These highlights of the game are brought to you by Sim Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Warren Bonifacio has scored 12 points in this game. But his buddy continues to struggle, Lawrence Victoria. It's not the case on the other end for Gabby Espinas, who has reached double figures with 10 points. He is the third leading scorer of Caloocan behind Marian Magat and Jeramer Cabanag. This third quarter score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. It's the ending GameX. Yan! Ganyan ang ating Suzuki muscular and sporty fans of the game.
Yan.
Just like the Avinis, do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avinis, oras na para magmotor. That is the perfect example of people who should be modeled for that ad.
So kung mafe-feature tayo, dapat ganun outfit natin.
Okay na tayo dito.
Okay na.
Ito yung makikisali dyan. As Paul Sanga makes a three-pointer. That is three-pointer number 8 in this game for Caloocan.
Oh, and so therefore, Mika, sa'yo na yung Jinky skin. We won't compete.
Sa kanila na lang yan. That was the third three of Paul Sanga, by the way. Victoria continues to struggle. He's now 0 out of 8. What a pass by Riel Cervantes.
Yeah.
That's all him.
Now, that's one thing. You have to be very efficient now. This is the last chance to try and snatch this one. You're down 20.
Quarter scoring.
Yeah, right there. Katulad nga pinag-usapan natin kanina. The first quarter really was the separator. And yung second and third, almost same. Very close. A -2 lang para sa Pasay. Pero in -13, yun talaga nag-start mag-build nitong deficit na to para sa Voyagers.
Brian Hilario just scored. He has 10 points as the second leading scorer of Pasay. He's behind Warren Bonifacio and just ahead of Don Reverente. Man down.
Oh, wow.
Still a nice play. Gabby Espinas to Riel Cervantes. Yun ang decoy para kay Paul Sanga.
Yes. Again, they went to that weak side post curl and then eventually that back pick for the top guy, which happens to be Real.
This is Achi Inigo using the screen. Paul Sanga up top against AJ Coronel. It's a steal. Cyrus Tabi on the move. Cyrus Tabi is fouled. He could have shot that ball.
Pero kita mo yung depensa ng Caloocan, di ba? 1 versus 2. They got numbers defensively lamang sila. Late dumating yung dalawa na through mail kay Cyrus Tabi. So you'd like to think on a fast break, you have 2 guys ahead of you as a teammate and you're the one with the ball in the middle so that you have advantages.
AJ Coronel sits down. Sideline inbound for Cyrus Tabi. It's Warren Bonifacio. No handoff to Victoria. They give it up to Cyrus. Tabi attacks.
Yeah,
Tabi
that's
will
good.
score.
Yeah.
And some sportsmanship by Cyrus Tabi.
Oh. Nag-apologize pa, no?
Baka turo din sa kanya yan ni Rudy Lingana.
Right.
The ball went out of bounds. That was off of a Voyager.
That last play was really a good one. A couple of curls from pin downs. And just Cyrus Tabi going downhill on that left side of the floor.
Paul Sanga unable to score. What a rebound by Cyrus Tabi. So he's up to 5 boards in this game. Tabi, by the way, has 7 points and 7 assists as well. Hilario eliminated Cervantes from the picture and then he obtained the foul.
Inusog.
Yeah, Warren Chenes, the homegrown of Pasay, checking in. Babalik din si Irvin Palencia to replace Achi Inigo. 7 minutes and 45 to go.
No, there was a game where it was actually the bench that won it for Pasay, right? Was that the Quezon game?
I gotta check that. But to your point about bench scoring, Pasay is second to the last in the league.
Yes.
In bench points, only 26 per outing. In this matchup, they have 25 with that conversion of Brian Hilario. Hilario, by the way, has looked good in this game. 12 points for him. He's now tied with Bonifacio. Almost a steal. It is going to be a turnover. 8 seconds called on Real Cervantes and company.
Yeah, you're down 16. Do good here and, chip a little bit more. Tsaga-tsaga lang.
The 30-year-old Joel Liu returns. He doesn't look 30, by the way.
30. So if he's 30, Javi would be 25, gano'n?
No, yeah. Akala ko naman, seryosohin mo.
Late
Coach
30
Mike.
also.
Yeah. As Salenga scores, and now the lead is down to 14.
Yeah, right. This is a good small momentum that they're building here now. Tuloy-tuloy lang, dire-diretso lang. You're on the good track.
Let's see the replay. Jasper Salenga, usually known for his defense, able to score his 7th and 8th points in this game. Way to step up with the struggle of Lawrence Victoria. We'll be back. 7 minutes and 25 to go. Juan Bonifacio at 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. 10 in the fourth quarter versus Muntinlupa, including the game-tying three-pointer to send the game into overtime. Today he has 12, 6, and 5 as his numbers. Well, his 21-point outburst versus Muntinlupa was his third best scoring game in the season, behind the 22 that he had versus Iloilo and 24. That's a season high versus San Juan. I mentioned he has scored in double figures in 19 of the 22 games of the Pasay Voyagers. And he's averaging 15 points and 8 rebounds as one heck of a Robin for these Voyagers to Lawrence Victoria.
Oh, so very capable talaga umiscore ng mga 20 per game yan si Warren. It's just that, he goes through the system flow. And if he happens to be open, he's going to take it. But for the most part, it's really about Lawrence initiating the offense and finding out options.
And by the way, he filled in the position that was really lacking for Pasay last year. That center spot. That's why he averages 32 minutes played.
Yes.
He has already played 27 in this game. And we have 7 more minutes to go through, as this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Brian Hilario having a good game for himself. He has 13.
That's why you gotta give Coach Marlon and the coaching staff of Pasay also their roses, because they're not so big down there sa mga position ng sentro at big man, pero year in, year out, they're always out there competing against the top teams.
Right now, they're down by 12. Liu lobbing it up. Sorry, miss for Marion Magat. And here's the counter. Warren Cienes all the way for 2.
Yeah, good move by the homegrown. Now a little bit of a momentum here. Was it a 10-point run?
Well, it is a 10-point lead. The biggest was 20.
Yes.
So it's a 10-point swing. Joey Liu unable to score. Rebound Cienes.
Chance to make this a single-digit deficit game.
Is this the time for the Voyagers to step up? Side of Stabby. On to Warren Bonifacio. No foul there. Recovery for Matias. One guy to beat for Palencia. Good recovery for Side of Stabby.
Good recovery, and I like that he used his his left side of his left arm rather, to try and pick that ball out of the hands of Irvin Palencia.
I'm sure he's done that before in the Zamboanga practices. 4 minutes gone by in the fourth. We have a challenge. And it seems like the coaching staff of Pasay really wanted it. So they will huddle up. Was it actually off of Irvin Palencia? We shall wait and see.
The challenge made by Pasay is unsuccessful.
Challenge unsuccessful for the Pasay Voyagers. Apparently, it was off of side of Stabby's left hand.
Yeah.
But he did mention it's good that he used his left arm
Yes.
to try to swipe it away. So hindi siya foul.
Kasi kung kanan yun, malamang foul yun.
Oo, sadyang out of bounds lang.
Mhm.
Baseline for Irvin. Still meeting a teammate. Magat throwing it out of bounds. Good effort though by Salenga. It could have been a 2-on-1 situation if he caught the ball.
Now, this is Lawrence time right here. Coach Marlon signals time to come in.
Yeah. Score your first basket.
Yeah.
And build some momentum for yourself. Lawrence Victoria is 0 out of 8 from the field. He does have 5 boards and 4 dimes to his name. Oh, a risky play there onto Sienes, and Cabanag wants a challenge.
Because in real time, it seemed last touch by Warren. That's why it's very important yung mga dribble handoffs na yan. You have to read where that defense is gonna go.
All right, we have 2 challenges in the past 2 minutes. Let's see if Coach Alex would be right.
The challenge made by Caloocan is successful.
Finally, I was able to communicate with Coach Alex about his
yeah.
beard.
Ngayon nakita ko na. Kanina hindi ko makita.
Hindi ko na alam kung ano yung sinenyas na sa atin, but they do have a successful challenge. So the ball was off of the Pasay Voyagers.
Yeah.
Okay, so Palencia will inbound as he works with Jennifer Cabanag, Joely Yu, Ronnie Matias, and Marian Magat. Palencia getting it back. He's defended by Warren Sienes. Another 6 minutes to go. You know, this game actually has North Division playoff implications.
Yes, that's right. And so it's very important for both teams to be going at it because Caloocan, if they win, they'll go up to 12-8. Samantala itong Pasay, they'll go down to 14-9. And 9 wins, medyo shaky yan in that position. So you want to win as many as you can.
Oh,
Good
nice
move.
fake.
Nice move.
Warren Bonifacio with a big smile on his face. He has 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Did we just hear fans of Pasay starting to wake up here in Binyan?
Oh, it's a charge called on Ronnie Matias. How about Miles Cañal making another impact?
Oh.
He was big time for Pasay last game. Now he will sit down alongside CNS. Balik dito sina Jasper Salenga at AJ Coronel. This was the charge by Ronnie Matias.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go. An easy call for our referees. We shall
yeah.
proceed. It's a single-digit lead. Lawrence Victoria. Warren Bonifacio. 8 on the shot clock. There's a hold. Bonifacio has a default facial expression, by the way, which is a smile.
Oh, yeah. I haven't noticed.
Yeah, he does have it. Which is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Kasi nakaka-GBs yan eh.
Oh.
At magpa-GBs din tayo sa ating courtside reporter na si Mika Abisamis.
Warren Bonifacio is super excited about the All-Star Weekend, especially because he will be teammates with his idols, Will Macaloni, Justin Baltazar, and Greg Slaughter. Whew! He said, grabe kasi si Greg, ang nonchalant lang niya kahit anong bangga ang inaabot niya. But seriously, Warren wants to learn from these men about being a playmaker as a big man. He also mentioned that he needs to learn how they counter the defense given to them. Migs and Coach Mike.
Yes, that is the perfect opportunity for you to learn because you are in one vicinity with a couple of the best minds in the MPBL.
Correct. At saka yung magkakasama kayo, magkakampi kayo eh, no?
Oo,
Di ba?
tutulungan ka nila.
Paano mo ba ginagawa yung ganito?
By the way, in terms of Greg Slaughter being nonchalant, he was nonchalant yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Versus Jeff Tahunera,
Oh, yes.
who really tried to play mind games with him.
Yeah, agree.
Bonifacio, unable to score. Rebound, Coronel. There's the putback, and the lead is 5. We got ourselves a game.
Yeah. The thing is, they got a lot of time. It's just a 2-possession game. You get a stop here, conversion the other way. And if you're Caloocan, you have to be staying poised. Oh, another steal.
Jasper Salenga, Lawrence Victoria. She still could not score. 67-62, Salenga had to stop the play. And
Well,
that is team foul number 1.
Yeah, and it sure looked like Lawrence was trying to fish for that foul as he tried to initiate that contact. But the thing is, medyo bitin yung pagkakalundag.
Coach Marlon just called upon Lawrence Victoria to sit down. Valenciennes will return.
But after all, it's not 100%, di ba?
These are big minutes for the homegrown.
Yes.
Again, there's no Axel Inigo in this game for the Pasay Voyagers. But I'm pretty sure that he's watching right now on TV. 67-62, under 4 minutes remaining. With playoff implications for Caloocan and Pasay. Cabanag.
And look at the coaching staff shouting, let's go zone.
Joey Yu attacking and feeding. Cabanag wide open. That's too easy. How about him relocating as well?
Yes, that's right. And so there's always 2 parts to a cut. The initial cut and then an exit cut. I sure think that's an exit cut. Moving over to that side of the floor.
Valenciennes on the other end. Stepping back. No good. That was way off. I wonder what's going through Coach Marlon's mind as to his insertion of Lawrence Victoria. Or will he just keep him on their bench?
Will he ever come back? 8 point difference here.
That was an 8-second violation.
Yeah.
Good recovery by Pasay, but they have to score, and Victoria will now return.
Right, because at the end of the day, this is about making shots. And so you have to make baskets if you want to come back. You can defend all you want, but when it's your turn on the floor, you got to score.
Again, Lawrence Victoria is 0 out of 9 in this game. Victoria onto Tabi. Cyrus behind the back. Cyrus, Tabi, blocked by Achi Inigo.
What a defense by Achi right there. And he perfectly waited for that moment when that shot was going to come. 2 seconds to shoot.
Baseline inbound for Cyrus Tabi. Inside they go. Salenga had to turn around. He almost made it.
Oh, yeah.
2 minutes and 40. Magat. Inigo. Letting out Joey Liu. The birthday boy will work with Marian. Off of the switch. 4 on the shot clock. Joey Liu, strong side. 1, 2. Nice move. And Joey Liu has some words with Jasper Salenga. I wonder what that's about.
A little mind game.
Cyrus Tabi, no good. That was a sorry sequence for him. Now these last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
You have to really get a stop here and run the other way real quick.
Cabanag crossing, 1 more. Jennifer, 3 on the shot clock. Gabby Espinas to bail them out.
Oh,
he's the man! Once more, the veteran bailing out Caloocan Batang Kankaloo. But on the other end, there's the answer by Warren Bonifacio.
Talk about making shots. Clock winding down. Gabby was the last option to take that shot, and he drilled it.
74-64, ball out of bounds.
And that's where you appreciate, experience. He had that look, and he knew what to do with the clock winding.
We have 1:28 to go in this game. Caloocan still with a comfortable cushion, 74-64. We have the next 3 games of Caloocan Batang Kankaloo. They will go back home on August 27 to take on Rizal. And then it's Imos on August 30, Sarangani on September 2. After that, as I mentioned, it's Quezon City, an all-important game. Negros, Bulacan, Muntinlupa, and back at home for the last game of the season versus the San Juan Knights. Joey Liu going to Marion Magat. 1:25, 10 on the shot clock. Liu versus Lawrence Victoria. Joel attacks and he misses. Rebound Magat. No foul there. One more try for Caloocan.
And Magat's been that steady force on the rebounds. Just making himself available and the right timing on those cuts.
Baseline inbound for Achi. They go to Jennifer, catch and shoot, way off. Foot race, and here's Lawrence Victoria. He will attack, and finally he scores his first 2 in this game. And then Caloocan threw the ball away.
8-point lead. 1 minute. Still doable. Gotta score real quick.
So it's Lawrence Victoria who will be inbounding. He almost had his first scoreless game this season.
Yeah.
His season low is 3. Right now he has 2. Bonifacio attacking, challenging the defense of Gabby Espinas. And now his free throw shooting will be challenged.
Yeah, and
Bonifacio.
wear and tear seems to be taking its toll on Warren.
He is 1 out of 2 from the line in this game.
Sa dami ba naman nung binantayan niya na big sa ilalim? Gabby Espinas, Marion Magat, ando pa si Rio Cervantes.
He's bound to finish with 34 minutes played. Wow. Only 6 minutes of rest for Warren Bonifacio.
Including the between quarters.
Excluding. Ayan, include natin ang ating VIPs, Executive Officer Joe Ramos and Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes. We also have Satar Macantal present, Emer Oreta and Rudy Distrito here at the sideline. Ooh, there's a warning. Gotta be careful if you're Joey Liu. Hindi ka naman pwedeng bigyan ng birthday gift ng referees natin by letting you go.
That's right.
Bonifacio, the first free throw is good. Free throw shooting as a whole is 12 out of 14 for Pasay.
So far, Pasay's been doing good on the free throw. 84% from there as a team.
2 out of 2 for Warren. He has 19 in this game with 8 boards and 6 dimes. 52 seconds. It's a 2-possession game. Liu to Espinas. He will take his time.
Yeah.
12 on the shot clock. Achi Inigo. Again, Cyrus Tabi.
Oh, what a steal.
Cyrus Tabi, 1 guy to beat. He has a trailer. Salenga is fouled. 2 more free throws.
And I'm sure they're gonna go back on these close attempts and missed shots. Very makeable. And in situations like those, you can't help but minsan isipin yung contact na parating. And so that makes you alter your shots. Jasper Salenga's got to make these free throws though.
The first one is good for Jasper Salenga. Looking at his numbers, he is 3 out of 4 from the stripe in this game. 9 points for him to trim the lead. It is down to 4 points. The biggest advantage of Caloocan was 20 a while ago.
Yes, this is a 2-possession game. Now, if you're Caloocan, you want to safely get past the half-court line as you avoid that 8-second violation and then try and waste some clock away on the other end.
Marion Magat in trouble.
Oh.
Pressure is still there,
Oh.
and it is not a steal.
That was a good press though.
8-second differential. Joko Tayongtong, recently inserted by Caloocan. 5 seconds, Tayongtong, and that is a steal for Pasay. 9 seconds to go, Bonifacio. He attacks, and he's fouled. 2 more free throws.
Oh man.
How about this turn of events? And now, okay, so we're back to Bonifacio needing to make his first, and then for his second,
It's a choice.
anything can happen.
Anything can happen. It's a choice.
This was the steal, and then the fast break opportunity. Good presence of mind by Warren Bonifacio. The first one is good.
But you have to be mindful that Magat and Espinas are there to rebound. And so it's not an assurance that you're going to get that rebound if you intentionally miss.
7 seconds remaining. Pasay doesn't even have a second rebounder. It's a miss, and it's rebounded by Espinas.
Yeah, and they wanted a foul quick.
A lot more fouls to give here for the Voyagers with 5 seconds to go. Evidente will check in for Warren Bonifacio. They're going to have to foul quickly here.
Yeah.
Unless they get another steal.
Right. And Gabi Espinas is roughly about a 64% free throw shooter. And so there's a good chance if the person just right, he's going to make 1 out of 2 at least.
Mamaya pa yan.
Yeah.
Wala pa sa penalty.
Ah, sorry. Wala
Ang
pa pala sa
Pasay
penalty.
Voyagers.
All right. So this is just an inbound play then.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll take a short break with this timeout. Back inside the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna. Caloocan is on the verge of winning this game, but Pasay has just stormed their way back after being down by as many as 20 points. Later on, it's Binyan versus Nueva Ecija for our final game of your MPBL Tuesday. 5 seconds remaining. Pasay still has 2 more fouls to give. Can they play it fast? Can't risk the steal here if you're Caloocan. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
But it's a technical foul called on Don Reverente. I thought it was a 5-second violation.
Yeah, I too. I thought he was counting on the 5 seconds because he was right in front of us.
Reverente did something wrong as he was guarding the inbounder.
You see that?
Don Reverente for delaying the game.
Oh, I think he was too close to Joey Liu. He might have stepped on the line.
Either that or hit the face of Joel Liu.
Oh, either way, Paul Sanga already hit the technical free throw.
Yeah. Back to 4.
Yeah, now a 2-possession game.
Yeah,
that changes everything.
Yes.
So Pasay still has 2 more fouls to give. Oh no, that's considered as a foul. Yeah, a team foul. So 1 more foul to give. There's the last foul to give. The next would mean free throws.
Yeah. The next ones.
.7 seconds remaining. There's the foul by Tabi. So Gabby will be shooting.
Yeah.
But this is done.
Yeah.
It's a 2-possession game.
Right. 1.8. It's not enough time to go back.
That was a sorry sequence for Pasay.
Oh, sayang yun.
They could have forced a 5-second violation.
That's what I thought. Yung tawag eh.
Gabby Espinas converts. He has 13 points in this game. So Gabby Espinas will be the 4th guy to reach at least 13 points, with Cabanag, Sanga, and Marion Magat in the list. So there still is 1 more timeout here for Coach Marlon Martin with 1.8 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and so with this impending win of Caloocan, they go up 12-8 as Pasay slides to 14-9.
Okay, kamutin ba? Okay, ganito position natin pare ha. Ngayon, Brad, okay, timing ha. Si Bonnie yung Niles. Okay, AJ ito. Okay, so ang gagawin natin pare ha, isi-sweep lang natin. Okay, first out. Okay, ito na. Okay, ngayon pare, ito yung bantay dito, ilalim mo na lang Bonnie. Ito natin pare. Screen yan, Bonnie ito ha.
I wonder what sort of miracle of miracles
Yeah.
Pasay is trying to pull off here, but they would just like to fight until the end. Final buzzer. Bonifacio. Last shot. No good. That's it. So it's a valiant effort by the Voyagers after being down by as many as 20 points. They outscored Caloocan by 26-17 in the final frame, but it was that last technical timeout of Don Reverente that basically secured the game
Right.
for Caloocan Batang Kankaloo.
And they actually did a hell of a job trying to come back, especially in the final 2 minutes. But, you know, costly calls like those swung the way of Caloocan and gave them this win.
So we give shoutouts to Janimer Cabanag, 15 points, Paul Sanga, 14 points, Gabby Espinas, 14 and 7. But our best player of the game is brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. And it is Marion Magat. In 23 minutes of play, he had 13 points and 8 rebounds. You have more stats to share to us about him, or is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Good plus-minus as well.
Yeah.
Decent for him. A +6.
And a plus 19 on the performance index, which is really good.
His final score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. It's the ending. GameX. This is win number 12 for Caloocan, and it can shake things up in the North Division standings. Let's go to Mika.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko ngayon ng Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game. Walang iba kung hindi si Marion Magat. Marion, first Best Player Award mo to, pero pinahirapan mo talaga yung Pasay. First half pa lang, 9 points ka na. Total of 13 points and 8 rebounds. Kumusta tong experience na to sa'yo?
Yung laro ko kanina, inaalay ko sa mga anak ko, especially sa mga teammates ko na nag-struggle ngayon. Ayun, binigay ko lang yung best ko sa laro kasi sa practice talaga kami competitive yung practice namin. So, na-play yung practice sa laro.
Pag-usapan mo yung teammates mo, credit kay Jeramer, credit kay Gabby, pero napakalaking bagay nitong panalong to, lalo na pagkatapos ng pagkatalo nyo sa Binyan. Nakita ko kanina napakaraming sinulat ni Coach Alex sa board ng mga reminders. Para sa'yo, ano yung pinakatumatak doon para sa game na to?
Siguro yung kalimutan na yung last game. Focus kami sa game na to.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Una-una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa strength na binigay niya sa amin and sa panalo, and kay Congressman Oka Malapitan, kay Mayor Along Malapitan, Konseenteng Malapitan, and Boss Felix, Boss Dennis, Venom Sportswear, Yan Coolers, Pukari Sweets, Stay Cool, High Top LPG. Maraming salamat, Boss Dennis Abelia, sa walang sawang suporta sa Caloocan. Pastor Ferdinand Tabaco and Pastor Teto Sazon sa spiritual guidance, and sa family ko sa Pangasinan and sa San Juan. God bless.
Right, maraming salamat. Our Daily Fantasy best player of this game is Marion Magat sa Daily Fantasy. Hawak mo ang laro. Migs and Coach Mike.
Thank you, Miga. Congratulations to Marion and the rest of Caloocan, who will improve the record in the North Division. Let's see if they can actually get better seeding versus the Pasay Voyagers. And it's good defense as well by Caloocan, especially to Lawrence Victoria, who was limited to his season low. Only 2 points tonight on 1 out of 10 shooting for the Voyagers. Up next, we will feature Binyan Tatakjel defending their home court against our Season 4 champions, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards here in Alonte. Thank you for joining us. For Mika Abisamis and Coach Mike Perez, my name is Mix Gomez. At magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.